Well, my young and fragile minds, you have learned all the basic information about Xena. Congratulations. Now I have one question for you. Are you ready to take it to the next level and dive into some pro tactics? Then watch this guide until the very end and I will explain the current meta in detail. So to date, we have already released like 6 Xena guides explaining how to start, how to upgrade a robot, what rewards are in the game, how to choose the best abilities, and many other key aspects. So, of course, if you didn't watch them, check them out right over there. There's a specific playlist on our channel, by the way. What I mean here is that we have already talked about basic tactics and literally explained how to move around the field and capture these towers. And well, in this video, we are going to reveal some secret tactics that will help you to increase your win rate significantly. Okay, so let's start with fairly simple but effective advice. Analyze the optimal online time for playing. The goal is pretty corny: to play against bots as often as possible while they're still in the game. So your task now is to accumulate tons of resources and upgrade robots, because soon Xena will be connected to Sidus Metaverse and all your in-game assets will receive some real value. I'd recommend you purchasing a premium account to get the maximum drops after each win. So in addition, the developers kindly allocated 500 G-Ore to all players who started the game before January 27. So if you are lucky enough, you don't even need to invest money to get that sweet boost. Okay, so this strategy implies the maximum spawn of robots. So you will need generation ability for power stations and warp ambushes. These are silent facility and mobile facility. It'd be nice if you level these skills, by the way. However, don't forget that after the recent update version 0.3.3, there is a direct relationship between the level of your robots and the ability that it can use. So for common from level 1, uncommon 6th level, rare level 16, epic level 31, and legendary level 46. Therefore, don't rush to use the epic abilities that you purchased for G-Ore if your robot is below level 31. And yes, now you need a damn pile of shard to get there. Anyways, capture as many towers as possible, because almost each will generate new robots. And also, don't forget to withdraw cohorts when you reach the production ceiling. I'd classify this as an advanced tactic, as it won't be effective when using basic abilities. So you will need 2 specific skills: Speed Module and Hack. It is desirable that Speed Module be at least an uncommon level here. The card's effect also needs to be level. So when it's done, you can gain an early advantage with movement speed, as well as generate new robots simply by stealing them from your opponents. Of course, if your opponent doesn't use Hack 2. Another advanced level tactic before patch version 0.3.3 was leveling of your abilities. First, you need to upgrade the robot to level 20. At this stage, you will have very cool leadership, spawn, and speed indicators. Next, the whole focus is on improving the ability, not the robot. Sweet tactic, but version 0.3.3 changed everything. And by the way, the guide with all the details is already on its way, so stay tuned. Being at level 20 forever is not profitable if you already have enough resources and shards. So it's better to jump to the next rarity level and upgrade all the abilities. Therefore, the top advice here is to carefully calculate the resources and level up immediately to the maximum within the limits of the possible leveling of abilities. I think you can easily combine this tactic with the previous one that focused on specific abilities. And in this case, you will be just invincible. I think that's enough for you to expand your arsenal. But now, let's take a look at different game situations and how to use them effectively. Sometimes random may not play in your favor, and you will find yourself next to a real player who is much more stronger than you are. So he'll probably will try to knock you out from the first stages of the game, so almost instantly. In this case, try to move away from him and capture bots. Sadly, but you are unlikely to win this battle because he has more production, unless you are lucky enough with the storm. But eventually you have to aim for the top 3. In this case, it is a more realistic goal. However, if your robots are much quicker than the opponents, you can benefit from it and steal towers from your enemy even without an advantage in numbers. Just try to move around fast and outpace your foe. In addition to our previous case, imagine that you have way fewer robots than the enemy. So the point here is you need to survive till the end to finish the game as high as possible. In the final stage, build complex in long routes closer to the safe zone center. Then bypass the storm and also try not to get into the range of enemy towers. Sometimes a move with warp ambush works. The opponent may not even notice that you have captured it and not show any interest in the tower until it's too late. In this case, you may even finish as high as top 2. Another option is to draw a long round far from the center, and if your opponent draw a shorter one through the center, he may lose and send his troops into the storm, thus deliver you a victory. Remember to always play to the strength of your abilities. So if you have the uncommon speed module that I mentioned before, build routes through roads and fields, bypassing other types of terrain. Believe me, this will save you lots of time. Even if the direct route seems much shorter at first, speed reduction can turn it into forever. By the way, use our guide on the best abilities to have an advantage in the game. Just hack with speed module is great combination, but find others in detail by watching this guide over there. Next, choose the order of abilities correctly. It may seem that this is not so important in a 6-minute game, but the result can be shocking. For example, it seems more logical to take speed module first. Thus, you'll move between towers faster, which is quite crucial in the first stage of the game. And when you have enough robots, use hack. Thus, you'll be able to steal some troops from your opponents, meaning you'll have even more of them. All in all, prepare for battle the right way. Besides, if you have a rare speed module, you can even fully ignore the robot speed upgrade and put more points into the leadership or spawn. And by the way, we also discussed such tricks in this guide here, where we also talk about robot and character leveling. Just check it out. Okay, so ready to hear some more tips on how to play your enemies like a fiddle. Some of them abuse the game's shortcomings, others even challenge high moral principles. But in the end, I think winning is worth any price. Try moving closer to the map's center. Thus, you'll be able to quickly regroup your troops if the safe zone appears somewhere on the edge. In the final stages of the game, when the storm takes over the entire map and there is just one safe zone around, just send all the bots you have to the center and draw just millions of circles around it and back to your towers. Yes, I'm serious here. Thus, your army will stay there until the very end of the game. But of course, do this when you are 100% sure about your winning. Otherwise, draw a long round far from the center, as I mentioned previously. If your tower is attacked by an enemy with a huge army of robots, just send one robot at him every second to slow down his advance. Thus, he will receive 2 times more damage, you see, from the tower and the robots. In such a simple way, you can even stop a cohort of 50 robots just having 0 in the tower. Well, actually, I didn't know that. Don't forget to open your eyes in the beginning and look around. If your neighbor took all his robots to capture some near tower, teach him a lesson and capture his lone factory. Goodbye, loser. Last but not least, capture at least 3 factories for a stable generation of robots. If the captured tower is not factory, it's better not to keep troops inside, but send them for new captures ASAP. So well guys, what do you say? Is that enough pro tactics for you? So if not, I'd love to hear your best tactics in the comments below. Well, of course, if you're willing to share. I really hope our tips and tactics will help you win more battles in Xena and open this game out from a new side. So if you want to say thanks, it's best to like this one, subscribe to the channel, and also leave your ideas on the new guides and videos. So thanks for watching again, and see you in the next episodes.